This is Pastor Dave. Thank you for visiting the Essential Truth YouTube channel and a brief breadcrumb video encouragement from Psalm 42. You know, the image, the illustration that we see in that psalm is extraordinary. It says in verse 1, "As the deer pants for the water brooks, so pants my soul for you, O God." I tell the folks at the church I pastor all the time, the Bible, both Old and New Testament, is filled with word pictures. And we're supposed to envision this. And you can picture a deer that's been running through a field and getting to that water, and just how refreshing it is. It's panting for that water. It needs it. And that picture, as the deer, just like that, pants for the water brook, so pants my soul for you, O God. Is that your experience when you go to church? You just can't wait to get there? Or is it an inconvenience in your day? He says in verse 2, "My soul thirsts for God." You know, we thirst for a lot of things in this world today, but as a Christian, does your soul thirst for God? He says, "My soul thirsts for God, for the living God. When shall I come and appear before God?" Do you go to church because it's just a duty and you have to check in with God? I mean, that's the way a lot of people are. Or do you long to be there, where you want to meet with God? You want to your soul thirsts for it. We can all relate to thirsting. We know what it's like to thirst, but do you really thirst to be with God and to meet with the living God and appear before Him and fellowship with other believers and be fed spiritually? He says in verse 3, "My tears have been my food day and night, while they continually say to me, 'Where is your God?'" You know, people probably look at us and say, "Where is your God?" because they don't see us living out in our daily lives the Jesus that we say we believe in, that we trust, and I count on Him for my provision, for my protection, for all these things. If they don't see a difference that Jesus has made in our life, why in the world would they want Jesus in theirs? And we need to remember that as we go through life, and we are to be living examples, living sacrifices, Paul says in Romans chapter 12. And then, you know, in Matthew chapter 5, and this is part of the Sermon on the Mount, Matthew 5, 6, 7. And we're going to do, when the podcast starts, several episodes on just the Sermon on the Mount from those 3 chapters in Matthew. But at the very beginning in Matthew chapter 5, and of course the opening verses are what we call the Beatitudes, he says in verse 6, "Blessed," and some of your Bibles may translate it the word happy. That's literally what it means, is happy or joyful. "Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be filled." Again, get that picture in your mind, that image, just like you see in Psalm 42, that deer who just longs for that refreshing drink in that water brook. And Jesus says, "Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, because they will be filled." And so again, I just wanted to encourage and challenge you today with that little breadcrumb video from Psalm 42, verses 1 to 3, and also Matthew chapter 5 and verse 6. So we appreciate you visiting the Essential Truth YouTube channel. Please share this with other people that might be blessed and encouraged by it. I also encourage you to like and subscribe. That really, really helps the channel. And we want to see more and more people blessed by this and encouraged by just these little short videos. And we're going to be putting up some more in-depth Bible studies. Those are usually 14, 15 minutes, somewhere in that range. And these are designed to be shorter. But again, thank you so much for visiting. And this is Pastor Dave for the Essential Truth. You have a blessed day.